YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2001. We only did 2 videos on this because I got through the year pretty quick, but I've been wanting to play this game. Don't worry, 2004 is not going anywhere. It'll just be a couple of days, and I'll be live streaming a little bit more over this next week as well with probably Gallop Racer 3. 2004 is not going anywhere. I just want to play some 2001. So we have 4 horses. We have SoCal Sal, we have Pine Box, Penny Express, and Mutual Fuel. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't played this game in a week. So here's SoCal Sal. His ranking is D. 4-year-old colt tier, 80 turf rating, 74 dirt. Now, I've been looking in the manual as far as some of these things. We know GTS is guts. We know what temper is. INC, I think, is incline, which deals with how well they can handle tracks that do have like slopes and whatnot. Braking is braking, and then conditioning is obviously conditioning. And then, of course, there is something else. There's spurt. There's a couple other things I've kind of forgotten as I haven't played this game in a while. This is going to be a long episode, so sit back, relax. So I may be still reading things as we go through. Like I said, it's been a minute, just to kind of get some more retention of some of these things. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just get these horses into some races here. Now you can switch data here. Obviously it shows you the last time they ran, price, cost. Now he's ran in 11 races, and he won one race. I think he was our only winner. I do like in this game that they do give your horses a certain amount of starts, so that keeps you limited to only putting your horses arguably the best races for them. So there's SoCal Sal. Here's Pine Box, her 4-year-old filly. She's okay. 7 to 9 furlongs. She has really good temper. Her braking's not bad, and her guts also aren't bad. Her spurt is slow, so that means it's going to take her slower and longer to reach her top end speed. Here's another 3-year-old filly, Penny Express. She is one of the new ones I think we acquired last year. We only raced her once. She came 5th late last year. She had really good guts. I like that. She could run 9 to 12 furlongs, and I think in terms of development, she still has a couple of years on her. She's supposedly not supposed to hit her running form until she's at least 4.5, maybe 5 years old. But for sure, as a 4-year-old, she should be in her best running form. So we'll see how she performs. Her spurt's in the middle, so it takes her average time to get a top end speed. And then we have Mutual Fuel. He's also a new horse. We got 3-year-old colt. He's average across the board. Pretty good guts. His spurt is slow, so it's going to take him a little bit longer to get the top end speed. 9 to 12 furlongs. We put him in a race as well. He came 3rd in the money, and he'll also hit his best running form when he's about 4 years old. So those are all the horses we got. SoCal Sal's not ready to go. Pine Box is. Just give me a second here, because there was something else I wanted to double check in regards to pacing or something. Because I haven't encountered any horses with a different pace. There's pace and then there's something else. I can't remember what it's called here in this game. There's growth type, yada, condition, I know. Oh yeah, there's pace and then there's instantaneous. There's 2 different types. Pace means maximum speed is not that great, but the final spurt lasts longer. So none of these horses have great maximum speed because they all have the same thing for pace. But there is a thing called instantaneous, which I don't know what the abbreviation will be for that, but it says the horse accelerates rapidly to its top speed, although the duration of an all-out run isn't very long. So that means those horses will be faster, but not be able to maintain their top speed for that for a long period of time. So all these horses, they have the duration to go longer in the stretch. They just don't have great speed. So let me go ahead and see if I can look at her results and see what would be best for her, because I don't have really anything in my notes for Pine Box. So she had a 3rd place finish in an open, 5th place finish at a G3. Okay, she's finished 5th a couple of times. 8 furlongs, 9 furlongs. 3rd place was, like I said, a 9 furlong open. I don't think I have any G1. I don't have a G1 for sure. We don't have a G2, and G3 is questionable. So I think we'll stick to running these horses in open races. Just for now, as we're starting. As we progress through the years, like as always, remember I started the same way with Gallop Racer 2004. I wasn't really running in any big G1s or G2s, and obviously if you guys been keeping up with the videos, we had several horses get Horse of the Year awards, or not Horse of the Year. Golden Monster got Horse of the Year. and then there were some other awards to 2 of our other horses. So clearly, I found my rhythm when it comes to the G1 races and Gallop races 2004. But keep in mind, we're in the 10th or 11th year in that game, so it takes time. This is only our 2nd year in this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first episode. She's got 11 starts here, so I want to make sure I'm putting her in the best races for her, ideally. Now, in terms of races that are ideal for her, I figured this G3 they would say is good. So we'll try her out and see how she performs. Now, she is better for the turf. And Penny Express and Mutual Fuel, I'll have to go back for them. So, top 5 in the money gets you some points. And how many points do we currently have? 26,000 or 2,600, excuse me. We bought Penny Express and Mutual Fuel because I think I wanted 2 additional horses, and I want to consider breeding some horses, because what I've learned in a lot of these games when it comes to breeding, besides you just knowing which horses are good, which obviously takes time, it's a lot of experimentation. I don't think there's a recipe where you're going to ultimately create the best horse every single time unless you're using the same set of horses, which I don't want to do right off the bat anyways. I'm not going to have access to great horses, so I'm going to have to experiment a lot in this game, which is fun. That's part of the reason why I like breeding and horse racing games. It's experimentation, trying out different horses, different sires, different mares to see what you can ultimately get. So if you look at how we did for our first year on level hard, we raced 24 times. Our win percentage was only 4%. We won 1 race, and we did come in third 2 times, excuse me. So it wasn't a great year, but like I said, we'll get up there. I have no worries or doubts in my mind. Actually, let's go to the racing programs. I want to see, do they actually tell you like paths of anything, or no? They just give you a general program. Okay, that's fine. No biggie. So let's go ahead and get to our first race here with Pine Box. Let's see how she does. Let's see how she does. As always, appreciate you guys having support on the channel. Appreciate all you guys that have been promoting the videos in any way, whether it's social media, anything. I really do appreciate it. So Alcatraz here in San Francisco, 8 furlongs in this grade 3. It's a field of 13. And not bad odds today here for Pine Box. Actually, we're the second favorite. We're the second favorite in today's field. It's been a while. I really should have opened up with just a race off screen, but I'll get it together. So here we go. And of course, for these races, we just kind of go through the fields pretty quickly. I won't say their names or whatever, but there's our horse, Pine Box. There's the 7, Bass Bob. Here's the 2, Frankly Good. I love the presentation of this game. I really wish Gallop Racer 2004 and the later series had this, because this presentation is much better to me and more realistic compared to the later installments of the series. Of course, I love the newer games, but like I said, this presentation is much more realistic than any of the other Gallop Racer presentations. I'm just kind of... I wonder if there was different people working on this game that didn't work on the previous, or I should say the later installments, because this should have stayed in all the games. Like, this is amazing. This is one of the reasons I love this game. Just the presentation in general is very nice. So here we go. Right. G3, let's see what happens. Not the greatest start. Okay, she wants to be towards the back, so we should be fine. Now, I remember, I think I can't use the right or the left analog sticks to whip. What is the camera angle? Okay, I forgot. Yeah, I knew camera angle was different in this game because I remember I messed up in one of my games, in one of our episodes. So we're looking pretty good here with Pine Box. Okay, we're looking pretty good. 3.5 furlongs to go. Alright, let's get her going now. Let's see what happens here. We're the second favorite. We have a chance to challenge. We have a chance to challenge here with Pine Box. Let's see, a furlong to go. Are we going to catch any of these horses up front? Half a furlong to go. Pine Box is trying to reel them in. I think we're just going to get fourth. That was tough. She just lacks the speed. All these horses lack that top end speed. The only solution to that is to get going sooner on the spurts. It's really about it. But 4th place for a G3, not bad. I still wonder if she's even really capable of running in G3. I don't know if any of these horses are extremely capable of that. Maybe they're not. But that's still not a bad effort. So I'm going to put this in her notes so I stay mindful of it. Weight was 112, that was San Fran, that was the turf, and it was the G3, and it was 8 furlongs. So we'll keep it in mind. Her guts and her incline went down, unfortunately. Record eval went up. We still finished in the money, so we got points for that. It's still not a bad effort. We got 10 more races with her. SoCal Sal is ready to go. Now I need to look at his results and see how we did with him. Because he's really not that great of a horse, but ironically, he's the one that got us our first win. So, obviously, we'll have to continue to work with him. And he actually won a G3. 8 furlong G3. So, I think I already have this in my notes. Other than that, he hasn't done well. In fact, it's so ironic that he finished out of the money in all the races except the one race he actually won. You know what I mean? I don't know how he won that G3. I don't even know what course that was, which you could look. But he did win that as a 3-year-old, so we'll see what we can do. Try to get my spurt started a little bit sooner. I'm realizing that, especially with horses that don't have super top end speed, that may be what we have to do. So let's see, what are they going to put him in? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This G3 in Miami, he's not good for the dirt, so I don't think we want to do that for him. No, this race says there's a handicap here. I'm pretty sure. So we would weigh 119 in this race in Miami, and then we would weigh only 117 here, or 115. Are they both the same lengths or what? 7 furlongs, 8 furlongs? I'll try this race to see what happens here in San Fran. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of data to go on because some of these horses haven't really performed well overall. So there's still a lot of trial and error we kind of got to run to see how they actually perform. You know what I mean? SoCal Sal ready to go. Let's see how he performs today. I think we're going to have a handicap here. We'll see how that affects us. And yeah. I want to get to a point where we're dominating in this game. Takes time, though. It actually takes time in Gallop Racer games. So we are the second favorite, actually. Queen Who, the number 8 horse, is also a second favorite, which is good. That means we got a chance here today. So I'm gonna go ahead and already put this in my notes here, just to see, depending on where we finish, how we perform. I'm trying to get, like I said, my spurts started sooner, especially since none of these horses have great top end speed. You can start your spurts later with a horse that is pretty fast and has some top end speed, but none of these horses have really great speed, so we're gonna have to get our spurts started a lot sooner, probably, since they can actually run a little bit longer in the stretch. Let's go to the field here. So there's the 1 Atomic Punk, there's the 2 Hurry Dasher, there's the favorite Trainee Tina. The 4 is Alone Daisy. There's the 5 Big Perm. 6 is See Me Now Jay. The 7 is Rare Philly. There's the 8 Queen Who, second favorite. 9 Clean Winner. There's us on the 10 SoCal Sal. And the 11 Grand Poppy. I also like the post parade in this game. It's a lot quicker as well, so I can go through the post parades for every race, because in Gallop Race 2003 and 2004 it take a while for just going between each horse, you know. Great start for SoCal Sal, and he wants to be in the back, which is cool. So we're gonna move him over. Okay. All right, let's see. Hey, he's looking pretty good right now. 4.5 furlongs to go. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try starting my spurt a little bit sooner here. Let's see what happens. Who is this guy running all the way out? Okay, we got some speed here. We got some speed with SoCal Sal. We're going to be able to keep it up. He is pushing. He is pushing. We might pass this horse, and we are. Are we going to get another win with SoCal Sal to start off the year? We might. We're in second place, battling third place. It's not a bad finish. Not a bad finish, man. I don't think we could have really done anything else differently. It's a grind. This game is a grind, man. You really feel it in the stretch. You really feel like having to grind and just kind of get your horse along. But that's not a bad effort. It's a third place effort there for SoCal Sal here, so we'll keep that in the notes. All right. Well, we'll get another win. We will get another win. Rare Philly ended up getting the win. That should be good, though. Eval-wise, that should be a pretty good result for us. But, yeah, we'll keep trying with SoCal Sal, man. We'll keep trying with all these horses, ultimately. We know we will start winning. Once we get some points, we'll be able to get some better horses. So, again, the same thing. Guts and Incline went down. Which makes me think, if that's the case, do I need to be starting my spurts even sooner? I think it is. I notice I'm kind of waiting to see when the AI go because I haven't exactly figured out the right time to start the spurts in this game. I need to be a little bit more mindful of that because I'm kind of waiting for the AI to make a move. Now, Penny Express and Mutual Fuel are ready to go. Now, in terms of their last result, Penny Express did get a 5th place, and that was a turf race, 10 furlongs. So I want to make sure I put this in my notes. So we don't, like I said, we don't have much data to go on for her. Okay, we can run this 7 furlong. It's outside of her preferred range. We'll put her in this 10 furlong here. Keep it simple. And then Mutual Fuel. Put him in the G3. He came 3rd. That was in Toronto. So let's see if we can find something similar. It doesn't even have to be a G3 necessarily. And he is definitely, all these horses are turf horses. Sometimes I forget to put that in my notes, which I don't know why. Okay. So let's see. What's good for Mutual Fuel? Okay, what month are we in? We're still in January? I can't tell. Does it tell you the month? Oh, it's just numbers. It doesn't actually say the name of the month. We could try DC. There's the 3-year-olds. There's Washington, D.C., San Fran. Let me see. What's the weight here? Like I said, sometimes weight helps you in this game, but sometimes it doesn't. Like, you know, it's one of those things. It just depends. We weigh the same, so you might as well put him in this G3 here in D.C. I think he's capable of it. He placed 3rd in the D3 last year in his first run with us, so he should be able to handle that. I think statistically speaking, he's probably the best of our horses you compare. Like, as far as consistency is concerned, I think his averages are looking the best. But like I said, none of these horses are fast. SoCal Sal and Penny Express, they can get to top. They can get to their fastest, quote unquote, a little bit faster than Pine Box and Mutual Fuel, which means, like I said, we got to start their spurts a lot sooner. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and race. Our points are stacking up. We've had 2 money finishes so far to start off today's episode, which is good. We just got to continue to build on that. It's going to be a grind, people. This is only year 2 in this game. Like I said, for Gallop Racer 2004, we are literally like 10 years into that file. So it'll take a while, but like I said, this is why I love playing these games, man. You guys know it, and I say it all the time. I'm all about the grind. Things were super easy from the get. I would literally lose interest. I really would. So our odds today, not the greatest. Expected to finish out of the money. Let's see if we can change that, though, with Penny Express. She does want to run towards the front. Favorite is the 10. We'll go through the field here. There's the 1. Doggone it. I love the names in this game, too. I do. Didn't mean to skip the 2. Sorry, I just tapped circle once, but I guess it read it as more than that. But I forgot, if you just leave this, it'll go through the field manually at this point. So there's the 5 tailing wide, which is perfect. So they have this feature in the game that means they have it at the speed they assume it would take, you know, people to be able to read all these horses and their information in a timely fashion. The 7 is Old Nessie. The 8 is Mimi's Loot. The 9 is Pocket Patron. And the 10 is G's Bell. Jezebel? Oh, it's Jezebel. Come on, Eric. Really? Jezebel? Golly, I act like I can't read. Jezebel, we know that. I was just playing with you guys. Just messing, just joking. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha. Get it? Alright, we gotta get a really good start here with Pine Box. Oh no, this is Penny Express. Sorry. Great start. That's exactly what we needed from Penny Express right out the gate. And like I said, she is a front runner, so if we can keep her in this... Ah! What do we bump? Okay, we should be good. Got her tucked to the rail. Slow her up a bit. Just a little bit. But this is perfect. That was a great start. We really needed that. We really needed that. So we'll keep her here. It should be good for us. Okay. And like I said, we have to time our spurts with her sooner because it takes her longer to reach her top end speed. So I'm gonna try timing it. I've noticed I'm waiting till 3 furlongs, and gosh, and I forgot these horses drift. I totally forgot in this game these horses drift. I'm waiting till like 3 furlongs just to start my spurt, but that might be a little too late. Okay, let's try 3-3. Let's see how this works. I'm not even going to put her under the whip. Let's just see how she runs here. 2 furlongs to go. Remember, she can maintain her spurt longer, so we can potentially hold off. The field is coming, though. Field is coming. Field is coming. Maybe I started a little too soon. We got 1st, 4th, 5th. Oh, man, 6th. Just finished out the money. So 3-3, not the best time. I think I started... Where did I start? I started like 3-4, 3-5, maybe 3-3-ish. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe a little bit later. Maybe a little bit later. Like I said, spurts in this game are hard. I don't have any horses with top end speed. It's kind of tricky. But her attributes that go up for that: guts, incline, and conditioning. Which is all good. But maybe that was as best as we could do. I mean, we were only supposed to finish in such a certain spot. Mutal Fuel is also ready to go. Didn't we get him in a race? No, we did not. Oh, no, he is registered in a race. Sorry. Everybody should be ready to go. Pine Box is ready to go again. We'll handle things 1 race at a time right now. 1 race, 1 horse at a time. That way we can slowly pay attention to each horse in their races and see where they perform the best. Because like I said, they can only race in so many meets per year anyway, so we kind of have that on our side where we don't have to be super stressed about putting them in races. We know they're only going to have a certain amount of starts. So we're here in DC for Mutal Fuel, and we're supposed to finish literally right outside the money, but we could still finish in the money. So it just depends on how this race goes. This horse wants to run towards the back. It's a field of all colts here. 121 is the weight across the board for this G3. And we'll just breeze through the post parade here. The 1 is Ebony Glow, and that's the favorite, ridden by Sams. The 2 is Bully Venom. 3 is Pigeon Neck. 4 is Baby Angel. 5 is Dirty Pen Pal. 6 is Exacta Value. 7, Gray Earth. The 8, Turbo Stump. 9, Mutal Fuel. That's who we're riding on today. The 10, Hasty Run. 11, He's Amazing. And the 12, Main Stew. And the 13, Desert Rat. 14, Roaming Free. It's a full field. I totally forgot there was 14 horses in this field. I love the names. He's Amazing. I love that name. Why didn't I think about that? Here we go. Let's try to get another great start. 2. Great start. Getting starts in this game is pretty easy, fortunately. So, great start, and we should stay right here. I think this is pretty good positioning-wise. Like I said, I just got to figure out when to time the spurts. It's still going to take a little bit of trial and error with this game. I don't think... Because you also got to keep in mind, spurts can sometimes differ for certain horses. Like in Gallop Race 2004. Well, Golden Monster, because she has such top-end speed, as long as the race isn't close, I know I don't have to get her really going until after a little bit. I just have to get her moving at the right time. Gosh dang it, I forgot these horses drift. It's like nothing to do. There's nothing you can do with that. I can't do anything. I literally can't. It's like I'm tapping on the directional value. I mean the directional button to keep them where they are. Okay, now here we go, 3 furlongs. There's really nothing you can do when they're like just hitting, when they're drifting like that. Literally nothing you can do. This guy's behind me. You can move, bro. You got plenty of space. Running into me, like, move. Noticing sometimes the whip isn't always necessary, but we're going to try it now. 3rd place. That's a good finish. We weren't expected to finish in the money, and this guy just kept hitting my rear butt. That's a good result for Mutal Fuel in that G3. That's really good. We were expected to finish like 6th or 7th, so yeah, spurt between 3 and 3.3. It all depends. Contact, I know. So this was Washington, D.C. Okay, this was Turf G3. So clearly, Mutal Fuel can run G3s. The second G3 and another 3rd place effort. So that's good. That's consistency at least. We can continue to build on that with him. So I am content with those results. Like I said, consistency is key and it's important. And if we can build on that, then that's fantastic. Okay, guts and incline went up. Oh boy. Let's see. Pine Box, she's ready to go. Pine Box could potentially, I don't know. Well, she plays 4th in a G3. All right, let's see. 4th in that G3, 5th in that G3, 3rd in an open. She's kind of all over the place. She hasn't done bad in G3s, which is why I'm still considering putting her in a few. 7 to 9 furlongs. Let's see. Her spurt takes longer. She would probably be better. I wonder. Since her spurt takes a while, she would probably be best suited for races 8 or 9 furlongs compared to 7. Can she run on the dirt? Not really. Here's this G3. Phillies only. Couple weeks, so we'll do that. Who else is ready to go? Penny Express is ready to go, and so is SoCal Sal. So SoCal Sal, he's the best. I mean, he's the highest rated horse as far as the turf rating is concerned, but his stats are not great. But like I said, we did get a win with him. So last race with SoCal Sal, we ended up finishing 3rd. And I think I recorded that. I did. So we want to stick to the turf, obviously, with him. And I gotta check something again. Let's see. Braking is good. Incline is pretty decent. G2? I don't think he's capable of running a G2. We might be able to put him in this G3 in Toronto here. Or we can actually put him in this. Since he's done well in Miami, he actually won in Miami. We'll go ahead and save for this open race. I'd rather try to get him a win there as opposed to just putting him in a graded stakes race just for the heck of it. And let's see, Penny Express. She's also ready to go. We don't have anything on file for her. We've only raced her twice, 5th and 6th. Like I said, nothing really yet to record. Now, she can run 9 to 10 or 9 to 12. Let's see what happens if we put her in something. What about her spurt, mid-range, guts? Let's put her in a little bit of a longer race, if we can get one. I don't know if we will. We could try this G3 for Golden Gate. We haven't tried her in a G3, and then there's also this race in Toronto. Let's try this G3, and it's 9 furlongs. We're trying her a little bit tougher competition, shorter distance. We'll see how she handles it. If she doesn't do well, then we have to presume she's probably best suited for longer distance races and probably not graded stakes. So that's what we got, and let's continue to roll on. Let's continue to roll on here. See if we can get a win in this episode, hopefully. Hoping we can. It's always the goal. Okay. So Golden Gate here, this G3 for Penny Express. Not great odds. Not really expected to finish in the money. Let's see if we can change that. So the 1 is Grand Fog. There's the 2, Crazy Cow. Here's the 3, Dutch Prince. Here's the 4, Roger That. 5, Bid. That, yeah, you saw the 5. Here's the 6, Greek Doggy. The 7 is Fin Frenzy. The 8, Dougie Dog, written by Capono. We're on the 9, Penny Express here. The 10, Fickle Fire. 11, Garden Club. 12, He's a Miracle. You know that was a filly. Interesting name. 13 is Cosmos Pizzazz. There's your 13 horse field for this G3. See if we can finish in the money. It's always the goal in these games until we can get to a point where we know winning is going to be very, very possible. Pretty decent start here. Penny does want to get to the front, so I got to be careful with this. Alright, Penny, come on, get to the front, please. Get to the front for me. Okay, I know she's running a little fast, but she's blue right now, which is good. I got to be careful with these horses. I forgot they drift on these turns. It's really tricky. It's really tricky. It's not like the other games where they pretty much stay in lane. They really do drift on the turns, so I don't like this. She's going to bump. Like you have to constantly move and adjust your horse, like I'm doing right now. I know she's not comfortable, but she was gonna bump one of them. I did not want that to happen. Okay, let's get started now. She's in red right now. Why do they do that? There's literally nothing you can do in the AI just move out and just completely block you. Yeah, she is gassed at this point. I don't know what happened with Penny. She is absolutely gassed, and she has nothing to show for it, and highly agitated for whatever reason. Apparently she didn't like me slowing her down, but we were going to probably bump those horses if I didn't do that. So safe to say that G3 effort was not good, so we should probably avoid that. I think she was comfortable initially, but like I said, I didn't want to bump the horses when we were coming around the final turn. That seemed to upset her. And granted, that may have just been too hard for her anyway, so we'll refrain. I think the only quality G3 horse we have is Mutal Fuel, and he's proven that twice. So I think we'll stay away from putting our other horses in G3s for the time being. Next race, and it'll either be SoCal Sal, I think, or Pine Box. So let's see. Here we go. This is an open race here for SoCal Sal. Not great odds. 7 furlongs. So we've put him at 7 furlongs before, and he finished 3rd. It depends. This is Miami. He won it. He won his first race on this track at 8 furlongs in a G3. So why we're not exactly with good odds here today is questionable. But we'll have them go through the field here. Now, where's the 1? First Love. Here's the 2, Tap Prancer. Yeah, this game is tricky, but I like it. I like the fact that it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out exactly what's going to really work for us. You know what I mean? It's like with Gallop Racer 3, right? It was pretty big struggle in the first year of that game. Year 2 was a lot better, and I think we'll be starting year 3 with that in an eventual live stream. You know, like I said, you look at Gallop Racer 2004, year 10 is when I'm finally like collecting G1s like they're nothing. Year 10, okay? That means there's 9 other years in that game where probably at least for more than half of them I was struggling and not really winning a whole lot of G1s, which you can go back and look at all the videos in that playlist and see, yeah. We had a couple of horses that would win G1s like Scabbit, Old Onyx, Bionic Club, but they were like my only great horses, as opposed to now I have multiple G1 winning horses in that game, you know? So all takes time, people. All takes time. Pretty good start here for SoCal Sal. He likes to stay at the back. I almost wonder if I should just keep these horses outside just to avoid worrying about drifting into another horse, you know? Because like inside, trying to get that inside trip, I don't know if that's going to be possible. I can try. I don't know if we're going to get it. I don't know if any space is going to clear up. I'm just kind of, I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, they are moving. Okay, I'm trying to move him inside here. Here we go. Now that should be a big enough gap for us. There we go. Okay, let's see what SoCal Sal can do here. I think all my horses just lacked speed, legitimately. SoCal Sal is tough, man. He digs in. He digs in. We got going a little bit sooner. 3rd place right now. That's a good effort. It's another good effort for SoCal Sal. I think he's slowly getting in running form. Consistent running form. This is Miami again. Turf, open, 7 furlongs. So, that, I mean, we weren't even supposed to finish in the money. That's a good effort for SoCal Sal. That's a good effort. We'll take it. Clean winner, ended up getting that win, excuse me, for Capono. But yeah, that's a good effort for SoCal Sal. I think he started off the year well so far. 3rd place in San Francisco, 3rd place here in Miami. Just open races, but like I said, we want to build on that. Eventually, we can get him a dub. So his braking ability went down, but guts and incline went up, which is good. It means he'll fight tough, which you can see. I think SoCal Sal definitely fights really tough in the stretch here. I don't know who's racing next. I think it's Pine Box. Or is it Mutal Fuel? It's one of those two. It's Pine Box or Mutal Fuel. We'll see. But yeah, I like SoCal Sal. I mean, I like the name, and I think he's been doing well for us. Like I said, he's our only winner. I mean, he's actually been performing pretty well. I think I'm figuring it out with him slowly. Pine Box, okay. Next, well, could finish in the money. Actually, could finish 5th. Full field of 14 for this G3 here in Miami. It's 9 furlongs on the turf. Let me go ahead and get this just in case she does perform well. So Miami turf G3 at 9F, and we weigh in today at 113. So we'll see how this does. So we're on the 1 Pine Box, which is good. There's the 2 Disc Kids. Us being 1 is great. We get a good start. We can get her settled in early. Shouldn't have to worry about too much. Hopefully we'll be able to have a good run. Now with that race, we started later. We started much later in the stretch with SoCal Sal. But like I said, he's a little bit better than I think Pine Box and Penny Express. I think the Colts so far that we have are better than the Fillies. So they seem to have a little bit more kick in the end. And plus SoCal Sal does have guts. So that does work for battling with other horses, which is fantastic. So, I guess we'll try to see if we can do the same thing with Pine Box. See if we can start her a little bit later. Great start. That is exactly what we need for Pine Box. She gets out well. I do like that. She gets out pretty well. And she's running a little faster, so slow her up a bit. She's running really fast here. Is anybody going to challenge? Because she doesn't like being slowed down this much. Sorry. Okay, so she wants... That's interesting. These horses... That's definitely a temper issue, clearly. Now she's not really content with where she's at. I don't know if it's the positioning or what, but she is upset about something. She didn't want to go slower than what we were going, and now I don't know what she doesn't like. Oh, positioning. I don't know why I thought her positioning was at a better point. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking about. I thought her positioning was a little bit further back. Let's see what happens. Yep, I messed that up. I totally was just not even paying attention. Totally botched that. That's my fault, guys. That's my fault. I don't know what I was thinking. I got a great start. I was supposed to settle her back, and instead I kept her basically leading the entirety of the race. That's not how she wants to run. That's my fault. And, that's frustrating. That's my fault, 100%. I was not paying attention for whatever reason. I felt we could have really performed well. I mean, with the great start, all I had to do was just dial her back. So that's kind of that's a missed opportunity. Yeah, that's a bummer. Everybody's pretty much ready to... Well, Penny Express and Mutal Fuel are both ready to go. Penny Express. We don't have... Like I said, we have nothing for her on file. We put her in 3 races so far, and she's only finishing the money once. She's interesting. She didn't do well with that G3, so I think we'll keep her away from that. She does have guts, so clearly timing our spurt with her is going to be key. Let's try an open race with her. We'll try this open race in Toronto. Top 2 go to the Azalea Cup. We're probably not getting there, but you never know. Toronto Turf Open 10 furlongs. So we'll see how she performs. And then Mutual Fuel, arguably our best horse so far. I think statistically, even though he hasn't won a race yet, we'll get a win with him. 2 impressive G3 performances, at least showing. So let's see if we can continue to put him in good form. He could potentially run in a G2. 9 furlongs is within his range. I'm going to test him. I'm going to test him here for this G2 to see how he does. Because if he doesn't do well, obviously we'll keep him away from G2s. Excuse me, top 3 go to Azalea Cup. So we got 2 chances to qualify for the Azalea Cup here. This is a G2 going 9 furlongs. Ultimately, we may have to put him in some open races just to get him some wins. They're going to build up his record. So we'll see. We'll see. I do eventually want to try breeding. I don't know who I'll breed. More than likely. SoCal South still doing well. Pine Box and Penny Express. Pine Box has been doing better than Penny Express so far, but we'll wait till we get to that point. So here we are with Penny Express. Kind of middle of the field here. Gotta remember, she actually wants to be. See, I thought I was racing on this horse and not Pine Box. That's why I put her to the front. Similar names too. Well, not similar, but they both start with P's. They're both my fillies. So this is the horse in last race that I thought wanted to race towards the front, and it wasn't. Pine Box wants to race in the back. This horse is the one that actually does want to race in the front. She's the only filly in this field of colts. So we have a little bit of lighter weight here, 119. Like I said, we're expected to kind of finish middle of the field. We could finish in the money, depending on how well we run. So, heebie-jeebie, just kind of breeze through the field here, just an open. Just going to show you how all the horses and the jockeys are looking. Like that color combination there, cinnamon bun. So we gotta get a good start with Penny Express, and we have to get her to the front. That's what I messed up with Pine Box. We actually do have to get this horse to the front. She doesn't have to be leading. We just gotta get her up there. Decent start from gate position 2. Let's see how she handles this. She's staying pretty well here. Yeah, she's actually staying pretty well. She's in blue right now. This is pretty ideal. Yeah, this is pretty ideal. I think this is good. This is good tempo, good pace for her. And I want to give myself space. I'm keeping her right here. I could move her inside, but I'll wait because I know she's going to drift out. I'll have more room to work with her once we kind of hit this turn as she starts to drift. See, she's drifting now. I can kind of do this, so I don't have to worry about hitting the horse. And we should have plenty of space. This could potentially be a good effort here. It's just the spurts in this game are tricky, man. They really are. Okay, here we go. We're going to start her a little bit late. Let's see what Penny Express does. Can we catch this horse? She's pushing. She's pushing through. She's pushing through. Like I said, I don't want to wet these horses too much. I don't feel like they have great stamina, so I kind of want to keep that till the end. Here we go. 5th place, 6. Just dropped out the money. I don't know what else I really could have done. If I would have started our spurt sooner, clearly we wouldn't have had the stamina to even last in that race. Rider eval was still 70 though. Control was A. I don't know what else I really could have done. How long was that race though? That was 10 furlongs. It may have been a little bit long. It says she can go 9 to 12, and I'm starting to think maybe I need to put her in something a little bit sooner. I mean something a little bit shorter, distance-wise, to see how she responds to it. Well, back-to-back races. We're back here with the G2 here for Mutual Fuel, and we're expected to finish just outside the money, but we have a chance. It's a field of 14, so we'll actually let the post-parade kind of do their thing. And I do have this information recorded, so if we do end up getting a win here, or not a win, but if we end up finishing well, we'll see. Field's even, weight-wise, so don't have to worry about that. We'll just let the game do its post-parade. There's the one Butternuts. Oh, these names are funny. There's the 2 Bull Fame. Here's the 3 Hasty Run. Here's the 4 coming up, Benny Boy. Also keep in mind, before I even started recording this game as a series, I did play quite a bit off screen. Winning is definitely possible, but for one, you gotta have some really solid horses that actually have some speed. Unfortunately, like I said, none of my horses really have speed. I think SoCal Sal is probably the best. He has improved. His rating when we started this series, he had a 77 turf rating, 72 dirt. SoCal Sal's rating currently now is 80 turf and 74 dirt. So he has improved since we've had him for a year. But definitely, speed is crucial, as it is in any horse racing game. But here I'm noticing, like I said, when I was actually winning, I played this game on hard. I was just doing regular races off screen. Definitely the horses with fast spurts that could get their top end speed quicker and overall just had good speed attributes, they were the horses that I would win on. So clearly that's a pretty big attribute. Stamina wise, I think is the incline. I think somebody did say the incline INC is basically stamina in this game, so something to note. Not the greatest start here for Mutal Fuel, but he wants to be towards the back, so we'll slow him up a bit. Preserve some stamina here. Maybe also I need to have them save just a little bit more ground, eh? Now, I'm going to keep him where he's at right now. I think we're pretty good stamina-wise. He's green. He should be okay. He shouldn't drop below green. I can't see why he would. Now, do we have space to dive on the inside? We do. So we're going to go ahead and dive bomb here. And we'll see if we can catch these horses in the stretch. Pace has been mid. I think we've been preserving our stamina pretty well. So we'll see if we can catch these horses in the stretch. We're going to have a really late run, which is fine. Oh, we might run into some space here. It's fine. We'll see what we can do. Actually, we're going to move. We're going to move right here. We're going to move some more. We're going to hit this gap. All right, let's see what we can make happen. G2 is hard, though. This may just be a harder field for him. I think we may have done our best. That was a pretty tough field. Got to keep in mind how good these G2 horses are, statistically speaking, as far as their attributes compared to my current horses. So probably G2 is a little bit, that's a stretch. I think G3 is where he can go. He should get his first win in an open, realistically. If he's finished third in G3 races, he should get a win in an open. So we'll try to do that for him. Penny Express, her guts and incline did go up, which, like I said, I'm assuming is stamina. Mutal Fuel, though, his stuff went down. So we want to keep those G2s away from him. Let me go ahead and save right quick. This year's breeding season has arrived. You'll be able to breed throughout this month. I'm considering it, though I don't know with who. Because that means I have to retire those horses. There's nobody I don't want to retire either of the colts. Not yet. Let's see. Create a horse. You have to retire horses, right? As it is in any other game. So yeah. We're not going to do that yet. I would like to get into breeding here soon, but like I said, SoCal Sal is still good to run. So is Mutal Fuel. I don't want to retire either of those. And speaking of SoCal Sal, he is ready. So we'll try them again in an open race. If incline is stamina, technically speaking, Mutal Fuel and the Penny Express have the best stamina. Pine Box's stamina is not good, so we got to keep her to shorter races. SoCal Sal could potentially run. Have we tried him in races close to 10? Let's see how he did. 6th. We only ran him. Okay, so he's not great with 10 furlongs, so we should keep him probably to 7. 7 or 8 max. And like I said, he's probably best for open. He can run in the Royal Cup. It's 6 furlongs, but I mean, why not, man? Why not? Since we have the opportunity with him, he is our best horse. Who knows? Maybe we can place. Pine Box, let's see what we can do with her. Like I said, I want to keep her in shorter races. Could she do G3s? Wait. Her dirt rating is not good, is it? 71, so we want to avoid. Let's see. 7 furlongs on the dirt? Just because I don't want to put her in another G3. I'm going to see how her dirt rating is not great, but who knows. 7 furlongs, maybe the shorter distance. Her dirt rating and her turf rating aren't separated by too much. It's 75, 71. Our temper rating is good, which means she's interesting. Pine Box is an interesting filly. Her conditioning isn't good. Neither is SoCal Sal. Her incline is not great, which I'm assuming is her stamina. Which, like I said, means she's definitely got to go the shorter distances. And, I mean, she's got to start her spurt later. She's not going to have the top end speed to keep it. So, got to remember with her, we got to keep her towards the back. And we may have to start her a little bit later. Because she apparently doesn't have the stamina. She doesn't have the stamina to go too long. But it does take her a while to reach her top end speed. That's like confusing. Royal Cup. G1 here with SoCal Sal. Wow, we're at a long shot. Okay. Wanted to make sure that was probably going to be the case. And it is. It's a field of 14. We'll just let the AI go through the field. So the one is Sir Brando. I just wanted to see what SoCal Sal's odds would be. And they're not great. So, we're the long shot. Let's see if we can just finish better than the last place, eh? But hey, still even having the opportunity to run in this race is pretty big. Some of my other horses don't even get the opportunity to run in a G1. So with SoCal Sal, we'll see if he's able to do better than what the odds say. Nice looking horse, Orphan Blues, gray, purple ass with a white shadow roll. Yeah. I know it's going to be rewarding once we finally get to a point where we're able to really start dominating and winning in this game. Slowly, once we're able to win G3s consecutively, then G2s, it's going to be worth it, man. I know it's going to be worth it, so it's still trial and experimentation at this point. A lot of it is. There's a 12 Insect Ray. Here comes the 13 Willow Bee, pink mask with the orange shadow roll, and the 14 Indio Apache. Alright, there's your field for a 6 furlong Royal Cup. This is not within SoCal Sal's distance, and definitely not within his class, but he's still getting the opportunity to run, so we'll see if we can defy the makers here today. Decent start for SoCal Sal. He wants to stay towards the back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold him back a little bit more. Not that much, but I'm going to hold him back. I'm going to see if we can, if we'll have any luck at running some of these horses down just to not finish in last place. But we got a nice easy trip to the end. I forgot this is 6 furlongs, man. Okay, we're going to get them going now. Oh, man, it is really hard to control these horses on the turn. We should be able to duck inside here. Furlong to go. We're going to catch a couple of horses, I think. We didn't finish in dead last. The speed was starting to show there, but no doubt, that's a G1. I mean, those classes of horses are well above SoCal Sal, but we didn't finish in last. 66 rider eval isn't bad with B for starting control, so his attributes may drop, but that's still not a bad effort considering he is way outclassed, I think, for that G1. But nothing actually dropped. Wow, that's actually good. That's actually a good sign. We finished 12th out of 14th, and nothing dropped. So that's a good sign for SoCal Sal. Anyways, Pine Box. Here's the filly that we got to remember. She wants to be in the back. She wants to be in the back, so let's try to take our time with that and see what we can do. So like I said, my problem is, except for SoCal Sal, he's clearly the horse with the most speed out of the 4 horses I have. Pine Box, not good odds today. That's because we're running her on the dirt. We're not going to go through the post parade. We're just going to get through to the race. So we'll keep her in the back, and we'll see what happens if we, I'm not sure what to do with her. We'll see. Good start. And we'll keep her back. We'll keep her back. Keep her back. Keep her back. Alright. Okay, just... Yeah, I know, you were going a little too slow. You should be fine right now. Alright. Yeah, that last race that I messed up with her, she did not want to be in the front. She was running in the orange, like, for the majority, orange to red, which your horses should never be. And so, she's doing okay right now. She's in the green. Like I said, I'm going to see if I can catch any of these horses in the stretch. Half of our stamina left. Let's see what can happen. Granted, this is a dirt race. See, now we're on the incline now, and now we're hitting the stretch. Does every course have that? I wonder. Well, she's catching these horses at the wire, but of course, that was all experimentation. I had no expectations of getting her to finish in the money with that race. I just wanted to see how she would handle the dirt. And not terrible, but clearly still not her ideal situation. So I think we're kind of done with our trial and experimentation with these horses. We're going to stick to just putting them in races with competition that they should be best suited for. As much as I would love to try to get some graded stakes wins, SoCal Sal being the exception, Mutal Fuel perhaps. Okay. Yeah, so who's ready to go? Penny Express is ready to go. Like I said, we still don't know what's good for her. If you look at her attributes, which I believe let me see, she started out 75, 72. She's got guts, so she'll be able to battle. Her incline, which I'm assuming, like I said, is stamina from what we know, is kind of midway there, which means you still would probably want to keep her at races of 9 to 10 furlongs. Braking's not bad, her conditioning's okay, her spurt is in the middle, so it'll take her average time to get to her whatever her top end speed is. So here's our results with her. She's only finishing the money once, like I said. G3 definitely outside of her class, so we're not going to do that to her again. Let's try to find 9 or 10 furlongs. The only problem is there's a lot of G3s in this game. There's like a crap ton. But here's an open race at 10 furlongs, fortunately. Toronto. We've run her here before, so we'll see how she performs. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It is very tricky. Very, very tricky. But like I said, it's part of the grind. Sorry, I'm just reading some things in this booklet here. Yeah, so the incline in the manual says, it doesn't really say stamina, but it basically says, this indicates how the horse handles the upgrade in the home stretch. A horse with a low value will consume much of its stamina during the final uphill battle. So yeah, it's kind of stamina, basically. A lot of the stamina is going to be consumed. So a horse with a high incline value is something I need to pay attention to when getting new horses. These odds for Penny Express, we're expected to finish like 6th or 7th. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading some things as the game goes through the post-parade here in regards to these ability parameters. Yeah, there's really not much else I can do at this point with these horses, man. Like I said, paying attention to the incline is pretty important since that seems to consume the most stamina. That's about it. So, pretty good start here for Penny Express, who wants to run towards the front. So, we're going to keep her at this speed. And, yeah, she's doing pretty well right now. She's in the blue. That's a good sign. We'll keep her here. We'll keep her outside. That way she doesn't have to worry about too much when it comes to maneuverability. Yeah, she's pretty good here. I don't want to touch too much. Okay, Okay, that horse moved in. That actually works out for me. She's green right now. Let's see if we can get her up a little bit more. She's not really responding. Now she's in the orange. Is it because of the positioning? Now she's in the red. Why is she in the red? For what? I don't understand this horse at all. I don't know what's upsetting her. I really don't. I have no idea what is upsetting Penny Express. It's like that's the second time she's been upset about something. I don't know what's upsetting her. I don't know what's... I really don't. I didn't get her going any faster than I thought I should have. In fact, I thought I waited a little bit long. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the fillies, man. They're not really content with where we had them in the race. The colts have been pretty stable, but the fillies have not been... Penny Express. Let me look. What, am I missing something here? Okay, her temper is not good, so should have paid attention to that, which means it takes a little to upset her. I almost want to retire her if I can and just use her for breeding, but I still need another colt, and like I said, both of my colts are doing well. Mutal Fuel, he's ready to go, but Penny, yeah. Not a good temper rating. SoCal Sal strangely hasn't given me many issues, though his rating isn't good neither. But Penny Express, she's been very tricky. We haven't gotten anything good with her. I'm not sure what else to do. Run her to the front. She gets agitated after a certain point. She's tricky. She's very, very tricky. Mutal Fuel. All right. No more. Let's put him in a. Here, we'll run him in this G3. I mean, we'll run him in this this open. I was looking at my notes. It said G3. We should have good odds here. 9 furlongs on the turf. This should be good for Mutal Fuel. So let's see if we can actually get a win with him in these current conditions. Hopefully we can. Because he's been able to place third for 2 G3s at similar distances. So this should be much better with less competition. Okay, much better odds here today. So this is more his pace. And realistically, I would say most of my horses should all be running open races for now. G3s, it just depends. I think Mutal Fuel and SoCal Sal, the colts, I think they can run in G3s. The fillies have unfortunately not been able to really do well in G3s, but I still think I should probably keep these horses to open races for now, right? No sense in running them in races where they're stepping up in class and they're only going to do so well. I'd rather try to get them some wins, even if it's with the easiest class so far. I mean, we're just starting the game, so yeah, we have a potential to win this race. With these odds, we have a chance. Field of 12, we'll have to battle, but we have a chance. So we'll see what happens here. We're just going to go ahead and get to the race. So temper and incline are important, for sure. As far as eventual things to look for when I get these horses, when I acquire a new horse. Great start from Mutal Fuel. And he wants to kind of sit in the back, so we'll hold him back just a little bit, see what these horses do. Okay, I can already tell there's going to be an incline that we're going to have to go up. He's blue right now, which is good. It's obviously ideal. This horse is going to run into the back of me. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I forgot the camera angle thing. Didn't mean to do that, but I slowed him up just in time. Okay, so they definitely get agitated if you slow them down too much. I didn't even hit that horse. Get out of here. Ugh. I'm not... Oh, this game is funny with that, man. I'm not even hitting those horses. They're literally running into the back of me. Like I said, this game is pretty realistic considering it's the second oldest game in the entire generation. Okay, I just had to go. I had to get it wide there. See what Mutal Fuel is able to do. Can we run any of these horses down? He's yellow. I don't know why he's yellow. Hey, he's showing some fight here. He's showing some fight, but I don't know if we're going to get in the money. We did get in the money. Fourth. All right. We did get up there. Somehow, some way. Somehow, some way we got up there in the money. Yeah, these horses are much more temperamental in this game. Much more. It's very little things offset them. This is actually more challenging than you think. This is a little bit more challenging. Now, his attributes went down for whatever reason. This is tricky. We're in May of this year already. SoCal Sal's ready to go again. Pine Boxes as well. Let's get SoCal Sal in another race. We're going to stick to opens for him. Let's just keep it simple. Let's try to get these horses. Let's try to build on some wins here. So we got 8 furlongs or 9. We'll do 8. We're just going to stick to opens for now. Until I know for sure these horses can dominate and run well in these G3s. Which some of them, like I said, haven't done terrible in G3s. But I'm trying to get some wins here. Trying to build on some wins. Pine Box will get her going as well. Let's see. 7 to 9. Now looking at this, her temper is actually good. Her incline is whatever. So that would lead me to believe, obviously, a track with the longer distance probably gonna have a longer incline. We probably want to avoid that. So we want to try to keep her at 7 furlongs. Ideally, but she's done well at 8. And like I said, dirt was not good for her. The 7 furlong races only seem to be in the dirt, so we're gonna have to do this 8 furlong race. Rather give her some time and put her in the right races. But SoCal Sal is up next. So depending, we might get through. I don't know how long we've been recording. I'll have to check here in a second. I think it's only about 40 minutes, so I don't know if we'll get through the entire year. We could get through the entire year in this video, like I said, because your horses are limited to a certain amount of starts per year, which I do like. You get through these years much quicker. So look outside, not bad odds, which he's usually always in good odds here. This is Philadelphia, so let me go ahead and we'll record this if he does well. It's field of 12. We're not going to go through the post parade. We'll see what we can do. See what we can do here with SoCal Sal. We're just trying to build on this for him, man. Okay. See if we can finish in the money. Try to get a win would be great. Okay, great start. Great start. And we're going to hold him back a little bit. Okay, this should be good. I think positioning wise, I'm okay with most of my horses. Now he's running a little bit fast. Don't want him to be too up there, but this should be good. He's blue right now. We're going to have to watch how he drips on this turn. The spurts are still probably the trickiest thing, I would say. The spurts and then the temperament of the horses themselves. These are the trickiest things for me to really get down, which is just going to naturally take time. Especially if you're only working with certain horses. Okay. Let's get going. Let's actually go. Hate when they do that. Okay, let's see what SoCal Sal can do. Like I said, I want to try to stay off the whip as much as possible just because their stamina isn't great. But he's pushing. He is pushing. Now we're going to push the whip. Now we're going to push the whip. Come on, So. Come on, SoCal. We got second. Can we get the 1? Or that's a 2. Second place. Not bad. See, SoCal Sal is definitely our best horse. Without a shadow of a doubt. I think he's showing consistency in his form. So, second place. I'm content with that. That's a second place in the money finish. Rider eval 85. So, only thing is maybe starting a little bit sooner. Like I said, it's tricky because these horses don't have great stamina. So, starting sooner isn't always a great thing. You know what I mean? His abilities went up, though, for braking and guts, which is good to know. We're 42nd. I don't even care about our jockey rating, not until we actually start winning. So Pine Box, she's going. She'll be good to go here soon. Penny Express and Mutual Fuel are also good to go. Penny Express, like I said, we gotta figure out something with this horse. Her temper's not good. Her incline is okay. Maybe she can do a longer race. I don't know. Here's one. 11 furlongs on the turf. Top 2 go to whatever derby. Don't really care. Probably not doing that. Mutual Fuel, like I said, he's pretty consistent across the board. It takes him a while to get to his top end speed. So with that metric alone, his stamina isn't terrible. We can start a little early for him, hopefully. We'll try that in this upcoming race to see if it works. I know the G2s and the G1s are there for him, but I don't want to do that. Let's try 10 furlongs here. Like, I know they're getting the opportunities for these races. They can run in them, but like I said, that's not the point. They're going to run in those races and not actually perform well. It's just a waste of time. We'll get to that point. We'll get to that point eventually. But yeah, SoCal Sal's doing good. So that was Philadelphia, and that was how long? I think that was 10 furlongs, if I'm not mistaken. For SoCal? I can't remember. It was 10 or 9. I think it was 10. Came second. Either way, it's a good effort. Alright, here's Penny Express. Whatever odds here today. Middle of the field, kinda lower end. Could finish in the money with a good effort. Field of 14. It's a full field. Let the game kind of do their thing. Probably won't go through the full post parade, but just need to respond to a text right quick. Alright. Here we go. This is for Pine Box, if I'm not mistaken, or Penny Express. Pretty good start. This is Penny Express, okay. She does want to run towards the front. Okay. She's okay. She's not perfectly content, but she's okay. We got her in the green at least. Maybe I should. Now she's in the yellow. Now she's in the orange. Okay, let me get her up. Okay, so her temper is not good. Let's see if getting her up to a better position will help that. Okay, now she's yellow, now she's green. Okay, so a lot of that has to do with positioning. So maybe that's what I've kind of been messing up on. Now she's blue. Okay. So at least I know for sure for Penny, positioning is key. If her temper rating was better, obviously it wouldn't bother her as much. So that's something to be mindful of here. Okay, I don't want her to drop too much, because I realize the positioning affects them longer in this game than other games. Other games, that kind of goes away after a certain point. Alright, let's get her going right now. Let's get her going. She's in the yellow. If I got her going any sooner, I think she would have tapped out. She's pushing. She is pushing, but I don't know how much further we're going to be able to go. We're 5th, 6th, 7th. Penny Express, she is a difficult filly. Golly, I almost want to retire her right now just because she is proving to be very difficult. We might be able to get a better foal or better my horse out of her. We would have to find, like I said, another colt. She is difficult. I don't know if we're going to be able to accomplish anything with her. Her incline went up somehow. Yeah, she is difficult. We have 5,000. Can I get a cheap horse? Can I get like a cheap colt at all? So you can purchase a horse and then you can order one. I just, you know, I would almost just rather just buy a colt, breed him with her, and just see what type of my horse we can get. That's what we're going to do. 1,600 points, no biggie. Barb's Wire. I'll run him like once, but Penny Express, we're retiring now. Ordering horses. Okay, you can actually choose what type of level. That's nice at least. Their distance. Their pace. I like that you can at least order. That's pretty cool mechanic in this game. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we're gonna retire Penny Express right now because she's become a little bit of a headache for me. Nothing against you, Penny. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to work. Her turf rating went up. Like, hold on. You know what? Wait, before let me retire her too soon. I keep forgetting. She may not even be in her best form. Okay, she's still maturing. She's still maturing. So she won't be in her best form until 4 years old. Okay, Penny, sorry. We'll be patient with you. We got a new horse, at least. Welcome a new colt to the family, Barb's Wire. I keep forgetting. Like, these are things I know instinctively, but it's like just kind of slipping my mind. 8 to 10 furlongs for him. His incline is terrible, so his stamina's not great. He's okay. He's okay. The incline is not great, which means we'll have to start our spurts probably a little bit later, because he doesn't have the stamina to keep him up for that duration of time. What's his dirt rating? 69. So yeah, we really shouldn't be racing anybody on the dirt. Alright, let's see. 10 Furlongs G3. I don't even like the idea of that. I really don't. I'd rather race Samir in this open. I don't think he's a G3 horse. What's his growth looking like, though? Ooh, okay, he can mature later. Well, darn it. I'm thinking I just bought this horse to retire him to breed, but it's like, I don't want to waste these horses if they're still not going to hit their ideal running form for another year or two. That would kind of be a waste. So I'll keep them around. I'll retire them if we need to, but maybe we'll actually be able to put something together. So I'm not giving up on any of you yet. Fortunately, all of you, for the most part, are going to get a little bit better as we progress. So it's kind of a good thing. It's just right now it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. But if we try to finish 5th in most of our races, that'll keep our money up so we don't obviously go broke and actually have to sell one of our horses. So that would be hard to do. So here's an open race here for Pine Box, and again, odds have pretty much been the same for our horses from race to race. We're kind of just middle of the field. It's a field of 13. Pine Box, she wants to be in the back. So let's see what happens. We get a good start. We settle her in, and we'll see what we can do with her. This is 8 furlongs, so it's an okay start, whatever. All right, she should be okay. She should be okay. I know she doesn't want to be in last place, so I gotta make sure I keep her. But she's blue right now, which is good. She's blue. She's pretty comfortable currently. I don't know what's going to happen. These horses are kind of stacked in a weird single file line here, so this is going to be interesting. I don't know where we're going to have space to make a move. I'm just going to have to be patient and just kind of wait for things to open up here, because nothing is happening. Okay, we're just have to move out. Now we're going to go. Got going a little bit late. I didn't really have a choice. There was nowhere to go, but let's see what happens here. All right. She just lacks speed, man. That's it. She can catch these horses, I think, off of stamina alone. She doesn't have the speed to catch them quickly. Yeah. Only thing to do there is to get started earlier on the spurts, which, like I said, maybe it's something I need to start doing, because I noticed we're catching the fields a little bit late. But like I said, I can only do so much with these horses, man. I can only do so much. You can run the perfect race on a horse, and if it's just not at that level, you get whatever results you can get. Incline did go up, braking went down. So, who's ready to go? Middle Fuel will be ready here, and Barb's Wire. SoCal Sal is also ready to go, but we'll kind of wait. Get him in a race. Yeah, it's a tricky bunch we got here for a couple of them. Like I said, just figuring out when to actually start our spurts. Sooner rather than later doesn't always work. We try that and sometimes we get gas, as none of our horses have great stamina, especially when it comes to that incline. So it's a tricky field to navigate. Another open race here, and it's a field of 12 with Mutal Fuel. Better odds here today. Again, we can't finish in the money as we should, but we're still not the favorites, so that means we're still not finding the ideal race for this horse. What track are we at today? We're at Washington, D.C. He's performed well at D.C. 3rd place in a G3 at 9 furlongs, so it's going to be a learning process. Still is a learning process, I should say. It always is in Gallop racer games, but especially this game that I never played growing up, so I'm doing all this literally for the first time. Like I said, you guys just got to bear with me in this series. We'll get up there. I told you we always get up there in our series. It just takes a while, man. It just depends on the game mechanics, how the game operates. And like I said, this game is much different mechanically than other Gallop racers. So if you haven't really played this game, trust me when I say it's not similar to 2003 or 2004 in any shape at all. It's not. It's much different mechanically. The spurts are timed differently. The horses drift on the turns that you have to be very mindful of. They don't stay in their lane. What I'm going to try for this horse, I'm going to try to get him going a little bit sooner. Okay? Try to get him going sooner. Like I said, just to see what happens. Don't drift so far out. I hate when they do that. Okay. Let's see what happens. I fear whipping on this incline, not the best idea. Once we flatten out, then we can start going. Muto Fuel is competing. He is competing. We should finish in the money. Give me a third place. That was a decent effort. That was a decent. I felt more comfortable with that. Felt more comfortable. Could have gotten them going a little bit sooner. Put your hand down. We didn't win. It's tough, like I said. I don't like gassing my horses out when they don't clearly have the stamina. That's why I'm waiting a little bit later. But I'm gonna take a shot in one of these races. I'm just gonna be like, screw it. We're gonna go earlier and see what happens. Incline did go up, so we ran it well. Our incline has been going up for most of our races, which means I'm running that part of the race well. I think all of our horses are ready to go here. I almost don't even want to race Penny Express for the remainder of the year, but I know I have to. She'll get angry. SoCal Sal's ready to go. Yeah, like, he's been doing good. He's been doing good this year. Looking at his form, besides that 12th place finish in that G1, which we knew was going to happen, he started off this year with, he's been finished in the money. He's finished no worse than third for the start of this year. So SoCal Sal's actually been doing well for us. So we just got to continue this with him. Ideally, like I said, the distances are kind of, they're all over the place. 7 furlongs, 8 furlongs, 10 furlongs. Like I said, he's getting these invitations for these G1s, but we gotta just be disciplined and not race in them, obviously. I don't even know why they're putting that there. I know his rating isn't bad, but still. Let's try him. Handicap for this race at 116, supposedly. Wait, what's the record for this? 132. I'm just trying to judge the pace here. You know, the record could have just been one race. 131. Yeah, we'll try Toronto for him. Okay. And let's see, Pine Box. He's got 7 races left to go. Her temper is really good. Her guts are good. Incline is kind of whatever, like I said. So for her, you figure you have to be more delicate with her spurts. It takes her longer to reach her top end speed, but she doesn't have that much stamina. So I think whipping her when she's coming up the incline on the stretch is not ideal. But like I said, it takes her longer to reach her top end speed. So it's tricky. She doesn't have the great stamina, but it takes her a while to get up there. It's like, how do you balance that? It's such a weird dynamic. A horse that doesn't have great stamina but takes a while to reach top end speed. It's like, okay, you just don't have a lot to work with. That's what I'm saying. You don't have a lot to work with. So we'll get her in that race in San Diego in a couple of weeks. Opens, like I said, I'm not running anybody in graded stakes races anymore. Penny Express, she's ready to go again. She is tricky. In fact, I'm probably not going to touch Penny Express anymore. We could run her in one more race, and then we'll kind of let her go without a couple of races until she needs to race again, obviously. Just because she is she's tricky. There's a G3 for females only, 10 furlongs. Or this Lexington race. Let's see how she runs against the gals. Let's see if she does any better in a G3. Highly doubtful, but like I said, she still has time. I keep forgetting she's not going to mature for a while. Barbs. Okay, everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to go. Only other horse will be Muto Fuel. In fact, let's just go ahead and get him in a race too when he's ready. He's green right now, but he'll be good to go in a couple of weeks. Let's see. Here's an open. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep these horses in opens. We need money, quite frankly. I'd rather play it smart and try to accumulate money in races we can actually place in, as opposed to racing in higher stakes races with higher earnings. But if we can't get in the money for those races, that's just kind of a waste of time, don't you think? This episode will be concluding here soon, guys. In fact, after we get through all 5 of these horses races, we'll end this episode, and we'll be halfway through the year already. Barb's Wire, long shot here today. Long shot. This is our first race with this horse. 10 furlongs on the turf in an open. He's the long shot. That's definitely not a good sign. I don't know what that's about. Huh. Granted, he also has a while till he matures. I think another 2 years. So it's... When I say it's going to be a grind with these horses, it's going to be a grind, people. That's not an understatement. Okay, start. He likes to be in the back, so this actually works. See if we can preserve stamina with him. He doesn't want to be in dead last, so we got to make sure we at least keep him above 1 or 2 horses. He's in the blue right now. Okay. Slow down, slow down. Should be good. Alright. He should be comfortable right here. He's the long shot, so... This game isn't like Gallop 2004 when it comes to over odds. That is always nice in that game. There's actually a reward for even being a long shot. If you finish better than last, you get a goal reached. So this game doesn't really matter. It's just about finishing in the money, man. This game, Gallop Racer 3, it's all about finishing in the money. Over odds means nothing. Well, he's running in the blue. He's been running in the blue for the duration of this race. We'll get him going now. So, like I said, we're going to see what happens when I get a horse going sooner, as far as their spurts are concerned, and see how they react. See how they react to it. Okay, furlong, half to go. Remember, we're the long shot, so actually anything better than last is still a decent effort. 6th place, 7th. We don't get anything for that. That's not a bad effort, considering we were supposed to finish dead last. So, Barb's Wire, he might be a good horse down the line. He might be a decent horse, I should say. And he was pretty easy to control. He responded pretty well. I mean, that's not a bad effort. Like I said, we were supposed to finish dead last, so we'll take it. We don't get any points, but that's a good sign. And his guts went up, so that's good. Like I said, that's on the up and up, man. Everything, believe it or not, is not always going to be about winning, especially when you're just starting off in these games. In a game like this, like I said, it's a lot more challenging, actually, than 2004 and 2003. It's a lot more challenging. Believe it or not, if you don't believe me, please get this game and play it for yourself on hard. It is a lot more challenging than it appears, I promise you. From the start, like I said, now if you're going to be racing on dominant G1 winners, you'll have, some success. But we're actually the favorite with SoCal Sal here today. That is fantastic. Finally, let's see if we can get him his 2nd win. Toronto Turf. I think he'll be a decent... started to retire as a sire. I think he'll be decent. Because I think this is going to be his best year. I don't know if he'll be able to keep up his form as a 5-year-old, but we're the favorite here. With SoCal Sal in his field of 13. So yeah, rainy conditions. This is Toronto 8 furlongs, so I'll have to keep track. I'll have to be mindful of this track. And maybe racing your horses on certain tracks in this game is really important. Great start for SoCal Sal. Great start right out there. And maybe this game, putting them on certain tracks, is actually more important than anything else. It might be. Okay, he's running pretty well right now. I don't think there's anything really to do. Okay, speed, he's a little too fast. A little too fast. You got to slow up a little bit, buddy. Alright, yeah. Now he's in the blue. Alright. Blue-green, teetering, but he's okay. He's okay. He is okay. I want to make sure we don't get past too much, though. And he's starting to drift a little bit. This is fine. Speed. Stamina's halfway there. He's running okay. Okay, we got space. We got space. Alright, let's see what we can do with SoCal Sal. Let's get this win. Come on, man. Come on, SoCal. You got to get us this win, bro. And these horses are coming. No! What is happening? We're not going to get this win. What happened? I don't get it. This game is so challenging, man. We're the favorites. I mean, he was a little upset in the early goings. I don't get it. You see, that's what happens when I start my spurts early too. That's it's challenging. This game is so challenging, man. So challenging. We're the favorite, and it's like, what makes him the favorite in that race? We've ran him at 8 furlongs before where he wasn't the favorite. Now, that's the first time I think running him in an ideal race for Toronto. Pine Box, she can finish in the money. The field 13. Let's just run. Got to get her towards the back. It's so confusing. It really is. Really is. Thought I started my spurt a little bit early there, and he didn't seem to like that. This triangle was in the yellow when we started, so like I said, perhaps get off my butt, please. Thank you. It's challenging, man. I promise you guys. Why is she going so fast? Pine Box, relax. I don't know why she just... These horses are so temperamental, man. I didn't even hit that horse. Oh, this game is so... This game is challenging. This game is much more challenging. Already whipping? At 4 furlongs? Are you kidding me? Okay, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and wait. And she's in the red? Like, why? Is it because positioning? She just doesn't have any speed, man. That's the only problem. We know she can outlast these horses, but she has no speed at all. It's still in the red. This game is challenging, guys. I promise you. This is a challenging Gallop Racer game in the series. It is not like the other ones. It is not. Not even remotely close. It's 2 bad finishes. 13th and 9th. Ugh. Yeah, it's a lot of things in this game. With no revolution, ironically, no revolution in this game is a lot more difficult. That's a bad week for SoCal Sal and Pine Box. Like I don't know what makes these horses favorites in this game. It's not clear. You know, in other games, it's very clear when your horse is going to be favorited. Like with Golden Monster, I always knew in every G1 we put her in, she was going to be the favorite because we pretty much ran her in the same races at the same distances. 6 furlongs for most of them, occasionally 8. This game, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I said, this is a learning process. Penny Express, better odds here today for this G3. Ugh. Field of 13. She wants to race towards the front. Like I said, I don't know. I don't understand the algorithm in this game. It is so confusing. It is genuinely confusing how they are determining favorites and all this other stuff. And these horses being temperamental and content and not content. I do not know. I genuinely do not know, people. It is... promise you, if you're watching and thinking it's easy, it is not. It is pretty challenging, man. I know you're not... Penny, she is such... Penny, you're going to give me anxiety. We're done racing her. We'll get her in like one more race. We're done. She wants to go towards the front. If I make her go any faster, she's going to gas out. I already know it, but she wants to be in the front, so... I tried to get her to the front. She wasn't responding at all to my initial encouragement to get towards the front. So we're going to burn all this stamina trying to get her to the front, and she's still not even going to be content. You know what I mean? Now she's in the red, obviously, because we're running her max speed, but it's like she wasn't getting to the front. What else am I supposed to do? Yeah, these horses are so temperamental in this game. It's not even funny. I'd be surprised if we don't finish in last. I'd be extremely shocked. Yeah, Penny's Express. She is. Oh, man. And to think that she's supposed to get better in a couple of years, it's like, I don't even want to keep her for that long. But I got to be patient. She's young, and she's clearly not supposed to be in her top running form now. But, I mean, I'm going to have to sparingly put her in races until she's at a point where she's going to be at her best. It's still a long time, man. It's like another 2 years. It's just like, I would much rather just retire her and a colt, and just see if we can get a decent my horse out of it. That's 3 bad races in a row, and we're losing money. I don't want to go bankrupt in this game. That would be heartbreaking. Now, this is on the hardest difficulty, of course, but I mean, still be able to do decent. We've had 3 bad races. I don't know what's going on, man. These horses, they're so confusing. Oh boy, here we go. Open race here with Muto Fuel. I shouldn't even really be looking at the odds here. Like, has it honestly been reflective of where we finished? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's been all over the place. I shouldn't even hold much weight to it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still having fun with this game. I still love this game. It's just it's much more challenging from going from Gallop 2004 and dominating to coming to this game where it's like the algorithm and the mechanics are night and day difference. It's an adjustment. Let's just say it's an adjustment, to say the least. It's definitely an adjustment. Hard on this game is actually pretty hard. Especially in this season mode when you are legitimately starting off with not so great horses. You know, like I said, if you start off with champion winning horses, of course it's going to be easy. But yeah, this game is challenging, people. It is. But I know it's going to be that much more worth it once we finally start winning. Once we figure it out. I always figure it out. It takes time. This game is going to take more time than other games, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to see if I can nosedive with Muto Fuel. And it's so hard to turn these horses, man. Oh, they turn so slow. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Now, I sense some speed coming. Ooh, this horse is... Muto is flying. Muto is flying. We finished in the money. An inside trip did save us. Maybe that's also something to pay attention to. There's so many things. It's so many things in this game, gosh. So many things in this game to question. The temperament of the horses, whether or not they have good incline and can maintain their stamina. Spurt, how long it takes them to reach top end speed. Whether or not they need a safe trip on the inside. Whether or not they need to run in certain distances. It's so many things in this game. But we got through all the races. We're in August. We're in August and we're going to save. We got to be mindful of our money because we may have to retire 2 horses anyways. I would say we get below $1,000. I would say we get below 1,500. We're gonna have to retire 2 horses, which Penny Express is definitely one of them. As far as the second horse, I don't know. SoCal Sal is still technically doing the best. Barb's Wire we just acquired. Now his rating did go up from wherever he started 73.69. He's at 74.70. Obviously that's because he's still gonna mature at a later point. Let me see. Penny Express, she's 9 to 12. Technically speaking, retiring her and Muto Fuel would actually not be a bad idea. Technically speaking. Both D-ranked horses. They both have a really good guts rating. Barb's Wire wouldn't be bad for Penny Express. He might be able to balance her out. I'm trying to think. Okay, Barb is gonna mature. You know what? Muto is almost. You know what, guys? I missed the time to retire, but you know what? Actually, I'm tripping. I said Penny Express had a long time to mature. She'll be in her best form at 4 years old, and she's running like this as a 3-year-old. That's actually not a really good sign. We're gonna retire her now. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and breed her with Muto Fuel. Okay, we'll save a little bit of money. We'll go back to 3 horses, and we'll just work with what we got. I don't mind. I really don't. At this point, I want to see what breeding does when we can. I know we missed the month, but it's fine. We'll do it next year. So we're gonna save some money. So we're back to 3 horses. Barb's Wire, which he should improve. He should improve as he gets older. He's only what, 3.5? He won't hit his top form until 5. Pine Box, she's still okay. Pine Box is still okay. I haven't given up on her, but she is on the decline. Technically, retiring her would be better. She's at 16 lifetime races, no wins. Do we retire her now? Actually, as well? Because she's been on the decline. I didn't even really recognize that. Barb's Wire can still improve, and SoCal Sal, he's still okay. He'll also be on the decline. I guess we can retire Pine Box as well, right? Let's see. Look at our last races. Yeah, Pine Box hasn't. I mean, she came fourth in the G3 earlier this year. That was it. We can run her one more time. You know what? This will be the final send-off for Pine Box, and after this, we'll probably retire her too. That was me to the two Colts, SoCal Sal and Barb's Wire, man. Let's just stick with these two boys and see if they can keep us from going broke. Here's a G3, 8 Furlongs, Sapphire. We'll try it. We'll try it out for Pine Box. See if she's got anything left in the tank. If not, it's fine. We'll retire her, and I'll have to definitely be much more mindful when I look at the next horse I want to get. I'm going to have to consider all the attributes. I think I'm going to want a horse with a good incline rating because that seems to be killing us the most. You know, that stretch run, the spurt, that is definitely doing us in the most. I'm going to look for a horse with a really good rating as far as that's concerned. And I could care less about its running preference. You know, I don't like front runners, but I'll take a front runner if it can do well in the spurts, at least for now. G3 for Pine Box. We'll let the post parade go through its order here. There's the favorite Tattletale. Full field here. Pine Box last race, unless she's able to somehow win, but she's on the decline for her career, so I don't think we have much to get. But we'll retire her, so we'll have her in there. We'll have Penny Express, both of the fillies in there to retire. I mean, both of them for breeding. Muto Fuel. We'll try Muto Fuel and Penny Express first, probably. Granted, Penny Express had a terrible racing career, but we'll see. We'll probably try those two out first. Because in this game, I don't know how it works. I'm not aware if the horses, I'm assuming they disappear. It's not like in Gallop Race 2003, 2004. The farm where they stay there. I'm pretty sure they disappear in this game. So if that's the case, that's fine. It's been fun, though. Don't get me wrong. Some frustrations with some of the performances, and like I said, this game is challenging, but it's still fun. It's still a fun game. Clearly, this game is still easier than Champion Jockey, believe it or not. Champion Jockey, that game mechanically, in terms of all the things you have to do, is difficult, and I suck at it. But I'm still going to try to play it just to see how we do. I'm not guaranteeing that's going to be a long-term series at all, because if I'm terrible at it and nobody wants to watch me play it, I won't play it. I do like the presentation of that game, though. I do. I love the presentation. I still, of course, prefer Gallop Race 2004 and 2003 over anything, but I'm going to give that game a shot. But this game is very challenging for a Gallop Racer game. I think this is one of those hidden games as far as its toughness. Can we move, please? Okay, go, 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 go. I'm going to get her going quickly here. I know she's probably going to gas out, but it's her last race, and I wanted to prove a point. Sometimes getting started early on your spurts is not always a good thing. She's still fighting, but are we going to get last place? Probably. It's alright, Pine Box. It's alright. It is okay. But we'll go ahead and retire her, and like I said, we'll try to find a colt for her. Eventually make a stud. We just got the two boys now. We just got Barb's Wire and SoCal Sal. We're just going to roll with those two boys. Hopefully we can get another filly. Because fillies have, like I said, without a shadow of a doubt, been my best horses in most of my Gallop Racer series. This is the only series where the fillies have not been doing too well. It's alright, Pine Box. You raced quite a lot. She's raced 17 times. That's a crap ton of races, man. Her best effort was, I think, a third place. She never placed. She never placed. So, whatever. It's all good. We'll retire her. And like I said, we'll see what we can get as far as the My Horse is concerned. So let's look at the created horses that we have, or not that we have, but the options. Like I said, we can't breed till May. We know that, but we can look to see what we got. We got Muto Fuel. Here's a sire. We got the two brood mares, Pine Box and Penny Express. Here is Muto Fuel. His guts is A. B across the board. So like I said, he's actually not a bad horse when it comes to that. Pace is mid. Type is average. Let's look at the sires here. We'll look at Penny Express first. Her guts is also A. C, B, B, C. So she is she's whatever. I think it was more. She would be more expensive than Pine Box, I would assume. No, Pine Box is actually more expensive. Well, duh, that makes sense. Her rating's a little bit higher. B, A, C, B, D. Interesting. Her turf rating is only better literally by 1. Penny Express doesn't have any D rankings, but her breeding charge is less, which means Pine Box technically is, they're saying, is the better of the two horses, despite her conditioning being really bad. But then that may be because she was beyond her running form when we were racing her. I wasn't really paying attention to that for her. Her distance is short. Penny Express's distance is mid. I don't know who we're going to breed. Mutal Fuel. Mid. So this game, the month actually matters. Like in Gallop Racer 3 on the PlayStation, you can create a My Horse whenever. So, we'll try Penny Express and Mutal Fuel first. Or actually, we'll have to try those two, and then I'll have to get another cult for Penny Express. I meant to say Pine Box and Mutal Fuel, just because her breeding charge is a little bit higher. Apparently, we should get a better horse with her. So we'll try those two in breeding rolls around. Can't do anything now. SoCal Sal, it depends. He'll be on the decline after this year. We may retire him, and we can use him in Penny Express. That means we'll only be left with Barb's Wire, which I don't mind sticking with just one horse. It sure as heck would give us a lot less to focus on. And we could really focus just on one horse and trying to get him to his best running form. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Quite lengthy, but I know you guys like these. Hopefully you did enjoy. Definitely challenging, like I said. If you haven't played this game, promise you it's challenging. It's not as easy as 2003 and 2004 are concerned, not even remotely close. But I'm enjoying myself, and I believe we will start to pick up some wins down the line. We'll see how breeding goes in the following year. And yeah, I think that's all I got for you. So as always, appreciate your love and support. But until next time, Worst Racing Gamer signing out. I'll be have a great and fantastic day. See you, and goodbye.